Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So this video is going to be done on my Windows laptop, so any PC is going to be the same, as well as on my Mac, to show you how to set your computers up for maximum performance. So this way they're going to perform at their top levels with no slowdowns other than any other bottlenecks that you haven't cured yet. So I talked about in my last video about your computers heating up and running slow, how to fix it. In this one I'm going to show you also another stage that's going to also help out in getting some performance out of your computer. Every time you install your operating system on a Mac or a PC, it has some default power option setups, which really does slow your computer down quite a bit. So you're going to need to go into your control panel and you're going to need to go to power options on a PC. Okay, and in here you're going to go to the top one first, and you're going to hit, when I press the power button, just tell it to shut down on battery or plugged in. When I close the lid, I always have do nothing. Now it does shut off the screen, but it keeps whatever I got running in the background running. Okay, this way as soon as I lift the screen, I'm instantaneously there. I have no waiting for anything to wake up or any of that sort of thing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into choose what happens when I close the lid. Again, it's going to come up with the same menu choice. Just verify it. Okay, now the next one, create a power plan. Balanced is recommended. High performance is going to be using more energy. Now I've already done, they say balance recommended, automatically balances performance with energy consumption on compatible hardware. Okay, or you can go high performance on here, click next, and now you can get into a customized area which you would normally just go in through. When I close the lid, change settings that are currently unavailable. It'll bring you to here, right? So this doesn't get you to there, it only gets you so far. This is kind of a wacko setup. So choose a power plan, high performance, go next. Now, turn off display, never. Never. That's all never. So create that. Put the computer to sleep, never. So we go create. My custom plan. Now we've done that. Now choose when to turn off the display. So turn off the display, never. So if I close my lid here, what's going to happen is I'm watching and it's already shut down my display. Okay, as soon as I lift the lid back up, it turns it back on. Change advanced power settings is now available here. This is the area we want to get into. So turn off hard disk after 20 minutes. We want to have that set to never. Now I'm redoing this from scratch. Plugged in, because I did change to a custom plan. I already had all this stuff set, but I wanted to show you guys how to set it. Everything's maximum performance here. Now display background settings, slideshow. On battery and plugged in, available. Wireless adapter, power saving mode. Maximum performance on both. Okay, sleep. Sleep after, never. Allow hybrid sleep. All this is off. Okay, hybrid after, never. Allow wake timers. Now on battery, it can say important wake up timers only plugged in. So we want to change that to disable. USB settings. On battery, everything's enabled, which is fine. Graphics settings. Graphics power plan. Maximum performance on both. Power buttons. Close the lid, do nothing, do nothing. We already set those up. Shut down on the power button. PCI Express. State link power management, always off. Processor power management. Minimum processor state. 5% on battery, 100% plugged in. So we want to have the battery at 100%. Okay, system cooling policy, everything active, plugged in or battery. Maximum processor state, 100% on both. Display, turn off display, never. multimedia settings, when sharing media, prevent idling to sleep on both, video playback bias, power saving bias, performance bias. So on battery, we want performance, and on plugged in, we want performance. When playing a video, optimize the video quality, because that's the most important to us. And on the battery, critical battery, on and on. Critical battery action, hibernate. No hibernation. Okay? We can have it sleep, hibernate, or shut down. I want shut down. Plugged in, of course, it says hibernate. I want do nothing plugged in. Okay? Low battery level, 10%, 10%. That's when you start getting alerts flipping at you. Plug the sucker in. Critical battery level, 5%. Low battery notification, on and on. Low battery action, do nothing, do nothing. Reserve battery level, 7%. Hit apply, hit OK. Close the window. Now everything's going to run much faster and smoother. So if I fire up Minecraft, it launches that quick to there. Now I'm not connected to the internet. I'm on playing offline here. So now it's preparing, it's setting things up. I have the exact same version of Minecraft on my Mac, and we're going to fire it up too, and you'll see what the loading difference is, especially with an SSD drive in there. And of course my Mac is definitely faster than this machine. Even though this is 8 cores, it's a little bit different. It's 1.8 gigahertz per core with an overclock of, I think it's like 2 point something gigahertz per core. Anyways, so this is about how fast we can expect Minecraft to go. And now we'll go into my new world. And now we're waiting for it to draw the world. Pretty quick, joining world. And we're done at this state, and we can go and we can play Minecraft if we want. Okay? So let's just go somewhere. Let me just turn that down a little bit. So as far as being able to do things quickly, now, if you have all those power saving things turned on, you're going to have little fart lag spots when you have all this power saving stuff turned on all the time. It's a real pain in the neck. This way, you don't have any of that happening. Okay? If you're playing on the internet, you're going to expect a little bit of lag depending on your internet connection. You can still get farts there. But playing offline, you shouldn't experience it at all. Okay? Now, this is set up on the PC on how to set it up for everything that's going to just run full bore all the time, which also means your hard drive doesn't get a chance to spin down and go to sleep. Now this has a 5400 RPM 2.5 inch platformed hard drive in it that's 1 terabyte, and I'm actually going to be probably putting just a half a terabyte, maybe even a slightly smaller one in here, because I don't need a lot of room for what this computer is going to enjoy its new life doing. So I won't need a big SSD, but I want something fast either way. And I want to get rid of the mechanical drive because it is slowly dying, and I want more speed out of this computer, and that's going to be the only bottleneck I can change other than the RAM at a later date. I may match my RAM sticks. Right now I'm at 12 gigs, so I'm going to pull out the one chip, which is going to be a 4 gig. I'm going to put another 8 in there, max it out to 16 gigs. It probably maxes out a lot higher. I'd have to check my specs on it. But I do want to get at least to 16 gigs, because if you use alternating size sticks to build your RAM in stages, because you can, what happens is that when you have a 4 gig and an 8 gig, or a 2 and a 4, or a 4 and whatever else, or a 16 and an 8, it creates bottlenecks on the RAM because they're different sizes. They could be the same speed, but because of the size difference in the RAM stick sizes, it actually does create bottlenecks, believe it or not, which will slow your computer down in what it can do. So anyways, that's our PC. So let's slide over here to the Mac next, and we'll show you what's happening with it. Alright guys, so here we are on the Mac, and as you can see, there's not much here for energy saver. Turn display off, slide it to never. Prevent computer from sleeping automatically when the display is off. Okay, it'll also prevent it from sleeping when it's on too. Put hard disk to sleep when possible. No check mark in there. Top one, yes. Neck one down, no. Wake for network access? Sure, why not? On or off doesn't make a difference. Start up automatically after power failure. That's option. It can automatically just reboot itself. Enable power nap. While sleeping, your Mac can back up using Time Machine and periodically check for new email, calendar, and other iCloud updates. I don't use a cloud, so I leave no check mark. Alright, now you can go back to restore defaults, whatever they happen to have been, or you can hit schedule. Now, schedule is for starting up or waking up the computer. You can have it automatically just wake up for you if you've put it to sleep, because you can manually still put the computer to sleep. Okay, you just go under the Apple menu and tell it to sleep, and it'll do that. So you can have it wake for network access, or you just hit your mouse or a key, doesn't matter. Now, sleeping. Because I've chosen not to allow it, I don't get access here to tell it when it can go to sleep on my dictation. But otherwise, every day, start up or wake every day, 12 a.m. or whatever time you set, a.m., p.m., doesn't really matter, no big deal. Okay, or you can just not worry about that at all, hit cancel, get out of there. So on a Mac, it's that simple and fast and easy. You go into settings, you go into energy saver, fire up this, boom, done, that quick. Alright, so let's move on to Minecraft. Let's fire it up, and you'll also see a big difference in boot speed. About that quick to there. It's pretty snappy fast. Now we're also not online. I've turned off my internet access for this, same as we did on the PC. Okay? Single player, Kevy's world. This is a different world, of course. And about that quick. That's pretty fast. It's still drawing those lines, which is normal. Okay? Otherwise, I can start playing and have fun and just smash the bricks. So, loads of fun. Now I can just quit out of here, which shouldn't save anything I just did. Anyways, that's the Mac, that's the PC. Pretty much every Mac running from Yosemite right on up to Catalina should be exactly the same, whether it's a laptop or a desktop or in this iMac desktop towers. Your PCs under Windows 10 and I believe Vista should be the same, and 7 should be the same for sure. So Vista 7 and 10. Also Windows 8 would probably be the same too for setting up those preferences that we did on the laptop. Okay, that should all be the same setups for that, and how to get around to getting to those areas in order to solely tweak that machine to run full out. See, the Macs already run full speed, so it's not a big thing. So you just have to do a couple little minor things that you don't want to annoy you, and that's it, you know. Everything else, it's always running full bore. Macs are always running full bore on everything. Where the PCs, you have to customize them. They're set up to run really dog-paw slow for some reason. I don't know why. It's like, I've got all this horsepower, but it doesn't feel like it. That could be why. Even my little netbook, it's running Windows 10 on it. It's running a full Windows 10. Okay, I have it set up to run everything full bore on it as well. So, anyways. So that's my video for you guys on how to customize your settings for Macs and PCs for top performance. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you on the next one.